I'm so sorry this video was so late tonight. So much has been going on with Halloween, and I'm just getting out of my costume now. So I'm sorry this video ended up being so late. Everything was crazy today with Halloween, so I promise I will do Shiny Time Station Thursday. Today we're going to do something in the mines. I'm still going to be reacting. I'm just going to quickly get out of this, but, yeah, I'm still reacting. Do not worry. So, I do not own Thomas and Friends, Mattelans, everything, and let's just get this started.
Stepney was cold.
Again, sorry this is late.
Along with his crew.
Okay.
He had been on loan for a whole week
my nightgown
and was finally returning to his home.
Still watching.
He was told he could make it there through the night, which he saw no problem in. He had had several nighttime runs, and in some ways preferred them to the daytime ones. They were more peaceful, and he enjoyed travelling under the moonlight. On this night, however, no one mentioned the fog. It was very thick too, and Stepney's lamp didn't make much of a difference. He had no idea how far he was from home, but more importantly, he didn't know where he was right now. He had hoped he would, as he was sure he was taking the same route he had used to where he was loaned.
Okay.
Surely this must be the same.
Sorry about that, guys.
As he continued on, he noticed something in the distance. A bright red
All
glow.
right, let's see where this goes.
Stepney knew what it was.
Uh-oh. Halloween
Look, it's a
people.
signal. He called to his crew.
Maybe we can ask the signalman where we are.
The driver put on the brakes. And the
Sorry,
little
guys.
engine came to a
I feel like an idiot. I feel like I
next
keep
to the
letting you...
signal.
I'm just going to say it again, guys. I'm sorry. I keep feeling
Once
like
they
I
were
let you
close
guys
enough,
down.
They could also make out the
I'm
signal
trying
box.
so hard
The signalman
to get my
spotted
videos
them too,
in
and
along
walked
with
towards the door.
everything else
Looks
in my
like
day.
the signalman wants
I
to
feel like
see
I'm letting
us.
you guys down, and again, I'm so
Rather him
sorry.
than us. Your fire's so warm,
give me a
I
second.
don't want to leave it.
Driver, I don't think we took this route before.
Okay.
Really?
Again, guys,
Why is
I'm so
that?
sorry. I keep feel like I'm letting you guys down. I just
don't
had to get
remember
these. They're
seeing
my medication
that.
for later.
The driver and fireman looked at what Stepney was referring to. There was a set of
Okay.
buildings that looked
Sorry.
as if they hadn't been
Sorry.
touched for decades.
Oh, I am really
They
sorry,
could
you
also see
guys.
several sidings
I keep letting
that
you
had
guys
rusty,
down.
overgrown tracks.
I'm so
And
sorry.
among all of this was a lonely single-row shed that, much like the other
I mean, not
buildings,
Thursday.
had
Friday.
seen better
Shiny
days.
Time Station. Definitely.
Stepney wasn't
I am
sure
sorry,
if he was
guys. I'm
scared
trying my very
or
best.
intrigued.
I hope you know that.
What is this place? He turned back to the signalman that had just stopped in front of them.
Evening, you lot. Haven't exactly picked the best night for a run, have you?
No one told us
But it
about
makes
the
it
fog.
worth it because it's in the
Thought it would be a
evening.
clear night.
Oh,
Well,
again,
that's the
guys,
weather
I'm
for
so
you.
sorry.
The bastards will say you're going to get a lovely day, but it ends up being miserable. Anyway, where are you heading?
Brighton.
Brighton? Then why are you taking this route? It's the longest one there.
Well, that's the thing. We don't really recognise this route. We didn't take it before. How far is Brighton from here?
Honestly,
I feel bad,
I don't know
guys,
the
I'm
exact
sorry.
distance. Regardless,
The
I don't
guilt is
recommend
just
reaching it
killing
tonight,
me.
lads. This fog's getting worse by every minute, and it isn't safe.
Stepney groaned. This was the last thing he wanted to hear.
But where can we stay? I don't want to stay out here. It's dark and miserable.
Well, you can stay in that shed over there by the mines. It's not pretty, but it'll have to do.
Oh, so that's what that place is.
No idea how long it's been there. I took control of this box 8 years ago.
The signalman paused. He looked at all the buildings from one to another.
Where's my free ball go now?
He seemed to be
Today can't get any worse. I've been having nothing but bad
I've heard
luck.
stories about this place. When it was being operated and some of
I'm
its
sorry,
incidents.
guys. I really am trying.
What kind of stories?
Well,
Right now, you guys
let's
are my
just
good
say
luck
some of them
charms
are
for
rather
today.
unpleasant. I always hear noises from there too, as if there's still people in the mines.
Can today get any worse?
But I know that's impossible.
I doubt it.
All the mines have collapsed. No one can fit in there now. Could have just been in my head.
He then turned to the crew in the cab.
As for you two, you're welcome to stay in the box as long as you don't create any distractions.
I'm
Of
sorry,
course.
again.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry. Today's just been one terrible day. It was fine this morning and afternoon and evening. Okay, it's been a good day up till now. I've been busy with Halloween stuff that I forgot.
The
And
wooden
just,
walls
we've been
were all
playing
roughened
busy as well.
and dirty, and there were holes in the roof. However,
Another reason I was busy today is because my mom was sick. She wasn't feeling well, and I should have paused this, explained this at the beginning. I don't know why. My mind has been in a mess because my mom was throwing up sick today, and I had to help around the house.
he realized it was either the shed.
Please forgive
or
me,
standing
guys. I
on a
will make it up
siding
to
in
you
the
somehow.
cold
I'll find a
temperature
way.
and mist.
Please help me reach
that
900
wasn't the only
subscribers
thing on
as well.
Stephanie's mind.
I'd appreciate it.
What do you think that
Anyways.
signalman was talking about?
The crew had put out his fire, and they walked around
Yeah,
the
Kat,
front.
today has not been a good day for Kiana,
Not
huh?
sure. If you ask me, he sounds a bit crazy. Can't say I'm surprised when he spends almost every day in that little box.
Oi, enough of that. That signalman you call crazy was kind enough to give us a shelter for the night.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you want to sleep outside.
Oh, God, no. Can't stand another second out here. Sorry, Stepney. Wish you had better shelter than this.
Yes, well, I guess he'll have to do. I'll be fine. East Grinstead's been worse than this, long ago.
Make sure you get loads of rest, old boy. We've still got a way to go tomorrow.
I'll try.
Halloween night, and I'm making a
Good
video.
night, you two.
Good night, Stepney.
Good
Might as
night,
well start my
Stepney.
videos in the evenings because this
And with that,
has just been one
the
great day
driver
up till
finally
now.
walked away towards the signal box.
I'm so frustrated.
And
Let me
now,
tell you.
Stepney was truly alone.
Poor
He couldn't see
Stephanie.
very far in front of him.
I guess Stephanie's not having
The
as
mist
better
made
luck
it
as
feel
I
like he was
am.
on a very small pocket of land,
Mm.
completely separated from the rest of the world. And there was no one besides him. Stepney wasn't sure if he would ever get sleep, but gradually he felt more and more tired.
Of course he
Finally.
did.
He closed his eyes and sleep
He got
took
lost
over.
and now he doesn't know where to go.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Oh, where's this going?
Stepney didn't know how long he was asleep. When he opened his eyes, everything was the same. He was still at the old mine, still in the old dirty shed. What was different was the mist. It was even thicker now, and the area around him felt even smaller. Of course, though,
Stupid video.
that wasn't what woke him. Stepney surveyed all the deserted buildings,
Stop,
but he
stupid
couldn't
tablet.
see anyone.
See what I mean?
But
Today's
if
not
there's
been a
no
good
one,
day.
Who did he hear?
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
The voice had an echo to it, as if it was coming from a cave. That could only mean one thing. Stepney looked towards the mine entrances that he could just make out through the blanket of fog.
Wait, someone is in there.
Oh! Someone please help!
Stepney began to feel uneasy. That wasn't the same voice as before. Was there two people in there?
Is anyone there? I'm
Stupid
trapped!
tablet?
Another one?
Uh-oh.
How many were in there? Snapping out of his confusion, Stepney realized that the logical thing to do was to call back. So whoever was in there would know they would have been heard and would be freed.
I don't like that noise. Guys, I'm a little spooked.
Stepney could only imagine how terrible it would be.
Give me a second, guys. I will be... Frick.
To be trapped inside a mine with no way out and no light to help them see. He would feel like a monster.
Sorry, guys. I had to take a phone call. Oh, again, guys, I am so sorry. Let's continue.
Help them see. He would feel like a
No,
monster.
we were past that.
Something that
Here.
the signalman had said.
All the mines have collapsed. No one can fit in there now.
Stepney wasn't just confused, but now he was scared. Was the signalman telling the truth? Did he mean every single mine shaft? If he did, no one should be in there. No one could be in there.
Hello?
At that point, more cries can be heard. Several voices.
Maybe
howl.
someone is trapped in there.
Nothing but complete fear and horror, and all Stepney could do was sit
But the phone call was from my best friend Savon, so shout out to him.
Decision. Whether it was impossible for them to be in there or not, he knew better than to ignore them. He opened his mouth to try and call out again. However, he was interrupted again. Not because of his faults. The voices were now not the only sounds he could hear. Now, he could make out the sounds of rocks crumbling within the mines, as if there was a large, deadly stampede. The calls for help were now a place of crying and screaming. Any chances
Oh my goodness, what?
had faded away. Stepney felt like crying. His fire was out, he couldn't see the signal box his crew was in, and the sounds of screaming showed no signs of ending. Then, without warning, there was silence.
Why?
Screaming. No
If
one
you guys
was
trying to scare me
coming.
on Halloween, it's working.
Just
Ooh, Halloween night, this movie. Okay, I'm glad I'm making this video when I did.
Stepney couldn't pull himself out of the shock he was in.
Well,
Despite
duh,
all he heard,
I would
it
be like,
didn't add up. If the
Mommy.
mines were buried, as the signalman had said, then no one could be in there. But someone was in there.
Someone was in there, all right.
The thought of sleep never crossed Stepney's mind. He had just witnessed something terrifying. Something
Ooh,
that shouldn't be possible. How could
Duh.
he sleep after that?
I wouldn't be able to
As
sleep
the
after
night
that.
wore on, though, he felt more and more exhausted, and once again he closed his eyes and drifted into slumber. When Stepney opened his eyes, it was daytime and the fog had lifted. He looked in front of him and saw his driver, fireman,
How do you
and the
tell him what you
signalman
saw?
walking towards him.
Oh, shoot, sorry.
Morning, Stepney. How was your night?
Not great.
Oh, am I glad to see you?
Not great, probably.
The crew were confused. They then looked closely at their engine and realized he was very pale.
Stepney? What's the matter? Are you okay?
I heard something last night. There were noises coming from the mine.
What? Are you serious?
I wish I wasn't.
Were they the sounds of people crying for help?
All eyes immediately fixated on the signalman.
Yeah,
Stepney began to shiver.
Yes.
and screaming.
How did...
Wait, what are you talking about? You know something about this too.
I've heard stories like that in the mines before. Already told you that last night.
But you said they were in your head.
I said they could have just been in my head. But after what Stephanie just said, I wish they were.
There was a long silence. No one knew what to say.
I don't even know what to
Silence
say.
was broken by Stepney.
You said you heard stories about this mine. Stories that were unpleasant. What are they?
Yeah.
Do they have something to do with what I heard last night?
The signalman didn't respond for a moment, but then slowly nodded his head.
From what I've been told, these mines were operated in the early 20th century. It only lasted 7 years. The reason why? It was known as one of the most dangerous places in Britain.
Well, industries like this were usually dangerous back then, I should
Yeah,
know.
probably.
As an engine from the 19th century, Stepney had witnessed the growth and change of railways and industry throughout the last several decades. Not just in technology, but also the importance of safety. Nowadays, safety is regarded as a top priority.
I'll have to call my friend back
Unlike
after
back
this.
then,
Yeah, but anyone who's worked there got the worst of it. The equipment was rarely well maintained and most of it was out of date. That sort of thing led to accidents. Well, I say accidents, but if the people in charge did their job and make sure the place was in proper working condition, it would have lasted longer. It was believed that the managers didn't give a damn about their workers. They were all expendable in their eyes. So, I always saw those accidents as murders.
Stepney and his crew went pale after hearing that.
Those who were in the mine, however, suffered the most. The wooden shafts holding them up were weak and rotten. No one had ever considered replacing them. That resulted in several collapses that occurred over those 7 years, leaving many miners trapped. At least when it came to those with the equipment, their deaths were most quick and painless. But those in the mines, their pain was almost endless. They had no light, no food, and sometimes no air. They could do nothing except for cry for help, hoping it would come. It rarely did. The voices you heard last night, Stepney, were those men who were sadly unlucky.
Stepney was horrified. He now wished he didn't ask for this, but it was too late now.
I knew one of those lucky few. He was only at the mine for a year, but one time being trapped was too much. Once he was freed, he resigned and exposed the careless management. That was in 1909, the same year the mine closed. As for this person, let's just say if this man didn't survive, I wouldn't be here right now.
What are you talking about?
Is that man your father?
That was my father. He
Oh!
got a new job as a shopkeeper.
I called it!
Born 2
I
years
called
after
it!
he left the mine. He told me all this when I was a teenager, and well, my reaction was the same as yours. When I became the signalman and was assigned to this box, at first I was scared, but when I think about it, it felt right for me to be here, to keep those lonely miners some company. As the son of one of their colleagues, even though I can't help them, and I have to listen to them suffer almost every single night.
I'm so sorry.
The signalman sighed and looked back at the crew and Stepney.
I called ahead, and there aren't any trains scheduled to come down this route, so you have a clear path. Sorry I scared you.
Oh,
It's fine.
Stepney said quietly. In truth, he wasn't scared anymore, but felt sad.
I'm sad.
The crew entered the cab, and the little engine puffed away.
I hate this. Is there nothing they could do to honor the memories of those who died? Is that it?
It was early in the afternoon when Stepney finally returned to Brighton. Several engines passed him, whistling hello. He whistled back, but his peeps were short and quiet. The shed was mostly empty, save for a few engines. Without saying a word, Stepney went to the very back of the shed. He saw no point in telling them about what had happened.
No.
He was sure they wouldn't believe it and laugh at him. That was the last thing he needed. He closed his eyes, and this time, nothing horrifying disturbed him.
Good. Poor Stephanie. Is that it?
As a year later, he was withdrawn from service and taken to a scrapyard.
No.
He wasn't there for long though, as he was restored and purchased by the Bluebell Railway, where, aside from a few visits to other railways, he has remained ever since.
So tap Matt.
He did eventually learn that the route he had taken on that night was ripped up due to the lack of any important traffic. However, he never learned what became of the signalman.
Yeah.
Naturally, he lost his job there. But what about afterwards? Did he get a new job?
Yeah.
Perhaps he was assigned to another box. He didn't know, and he never would. As time went on, Stepney thought less about the old mine. What he encountered there didn't seem to matter anymore.
It matters to Lord.
The line that went past it was now gone, and it was a place that the world would soon forget.
It shouldn't be forgotten. What the?
Voices of the miners calling and crying for help that they will never get.
Well, guys, that was an interesting episode. That was interesting. I'll see you all in the next video. Adios, everybody.